Hey guys, what's up? It's Paige and welcome back to my channel. We are going to do a pick a card today about what is the brutally honest truth that you need to know right now about your current situation. So this message is timeless, but we can dive right into this if you just want to take a second to take some belly breaths. I have a video if you don't know how to intuitively select a pick a card, which I will link above and below for you to check out beforehand if needed. But otherwise, get yourself into a receptive mode and choose your card. This is our group 1, group 2, and group 3. Timestamps will be provided below. Alrighty, group 1, let's get started with your reading. So the oracle card is the overall energy is where we're gonna go first. So boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So right away, this seems like a weight on my chest. Like it feels like this current situation is kind of showing you where you might be giving too much, or I feel, just giving too much, releasing too much of, I think, your own strength and your own love too. Because like this says, is love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. I mean, loving yourself is what that takes, you know, to have those boundaries. If you don't properly love yourself and see value in your own time and energy, why are you going to, why are others going to see it, you know? And it's brutal, and that's the truth though. So that's what you asked for, so that's what you get. But let's look at some other energies we're dealing with here. We have 7th house, the moon, and 4th house. Okay, yeah, so this definitely has energy of being more critical, I feel like, of other people and not really recognizing that you are. I think you have some tendencies to maybe hide your own emotions to yourself and maybe how you feel about others to yourself in order to keep the peace, because the 7th house energy and 4th house is very relatable. Like they want to connect with other people in a way that is, you know, safe and secure to them. And I think that it might be a little confusing sometimes because 7th house energy it's an air energy. So it's not as safe and secure as you might want. So same with 4th house too in the moon, like that's water energy. So I think like, you know, there's almost an illusion of security that you've created with not addressing, you know, maybe that you're not loving yourself correctly. I feel like you're not setting these boundaries, because I feel like setting boundaries is self-love for you. You are so giving and so nurturing. Like, you know, you need to give that to yourself. You need to give it back and stop trying to always relate to other people. Stop trying to be connected to other people and try to connect to yourself, because that boundary that you set there is going to really clear some things up for you, I feel like. Let me see some more of what we got going on. So these are more of your emotional truths, and I feel like the emotions have to play a big role in this. Let me just set these here. We have Son of Pentacles in reverse, Mother of Cups upright, Mother of Wands in reverse, and 7 of Swords in reverse. Oh my God, this is what I was feeling. So right away with this Son of Pentacles in reverse and the Mother of Cups, and then even again with the Mother of Wands here in reverse, I mean, the motherly energy is almost overbearing, and I can even see that here with like the moon 4th house. It's very like passive, and what's coming to mind is like the kind of mother that, like, you know, she basically holds herself back. Like she stays at home and doesn't do, you know, the successful, crazy, like exploratory things that maybe she assigned to like the father figure or the children. And then she holds resentment for that. You know, she sees the Son of Pentacles growing and like, you know, really like, yeah, I mean, coming into his own, you know, with the antlers here, he's really coming into his own and really starting to like gain perspective and wisdom and really get somewhere on the material plane, because it's rooted in, you know, something else. I feel like this 4th house energy, you know, with roots, I feel like, you know, because like, I mean, this energy isn't all bad. There's an empowering quality to being nurturing and to being feminine and receptive and compassionate and loving. And I don't want you to get that wrong. Like that is always a strength within you. But if you are always trying to nurture other people and like not really understand that you have things to be nurtured too, I mean, how are you ever going to get what you want? And I feel like you have some resentment about what you're dealing with right now. Like there's an underlying feeling that you're not getting what you wanted. And you can see here This card, the Seven of Swords, is really often representing deception. I mean, you can see here with this sly fox hiding this sword underneath. So there's something that you're either not admitting to yourself or other people, but I'm feeling like it's both. And with the Mother of Wands here, I mean, you're being protective over your own energy, but not in a way that's helpful to you. That's what I'm feeling with this guy. It's like you guys really aren't helping your own cause by, you know, focusing on other people and not focusing on your own emotional health and not having boundaries in between those two. Because, I mean, other people are great, guys. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I said, like, this nurturing, connective energy is very, very helpful in your process, your ascension, but it's not everything. And you can't pretend that it is and then act like, you know, because, like, I mean, look here, like, this Mother of Cups is like pointing at the Son of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like her perception of him is like twisted. She doesn't seem to see that, you know, he's doing all right, he's doing okay, he is working past things that, you know, he needs to work past on his own journey. Like, this doesn't have so much to do with her as she's making it out to be, I feel like. And that's where that relating energy has to kind of, you know, have boundaries to it. You have to have your own sense of self. So we also have more cards to explain and just give us more clarity here, because this actually, while it is a pretty clear message to me, I feel like there is probably some more things that you need to know. So let's see. We have what is this? The Eight of Cups in reverse, the Four of Cups upright, the Eight of Pentacles in upright, sorry, the Eight of Pentacles, I should say, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so, you know, again, with like leaving behind connections and things that don't serve you, these might be like habitual things I feel like you do, because like you're holding on to it. And that's what I'm seeing right here with the Four of Pentacles. I feel like since this is earth energy, that this is more like maybe patterns and routines that you do to protect yourself, to keep yourself safe, like emotionally. I feel like you just feel like you get left a lot, but I feel like if you put up these boundaries, and that's the thing, is you're afraid to put up these boundaries. You don't want to put up these boundaries because you don't want to get left. There's like a fear of an abandonment here, in that you put up this wall to protect yourself and you hide your emotional state, and you think that like, oh, like I can just, you know, work on other things. I can focus on myself, maybe, I don't know, maybe like indirectly through other people. And I feel like that, like I said, that helps you a little bit, but there's a different way for you to refine this energy. Because with the Son of Pentacles in reverse being paired with this Eight of Pentacles upright, I feel like the way that you can go about this energy, because this Son of Pentacles is more movement based and it's more mature, I feel like, but this Eight of Pentacles also wants, you know, more refinement, and always wants to go back to the craft and always wants to reflect. So I feel like in a way you almost compare yourself a lot to other people. And, you know, that kind of thinking really, it's immature is what I'm getting from this Page of Swords. Like the page of any deck is immature, as they call it, which is just basically you're naive, you're innocent to the wisdom that you've, you know, yet to obtain. You don't know what you don't know. And that's not something that you should ever, you know, be harmful to yourself about. You deserve to learn just as much as everybody else, but you also can't pretend like these feelings don't exist when they are right in front of you, but you're just choosing to be defensive about, I think, the reality that you're trying to convince yourself that is what it is, you know? Because like I said, I mean, this motherly energy, I keep wanting to tell you that it's okay, like it's not bad, because I feel like you are trying so hard to convince yourself, like, I'm doing the right thing, I'm like acting in alignment, I'm, you know, pursuing the kind of relationships that I need to, but there's something about this energy that really doesn't feel fulfilled, and I can see that here with these two energies, you know? So I feel like in a way you are working on this, you are pretty clear that you're not, like, it's pretty clear to you that you're not getting what you want, but at the same time there is some mental resistance, there is some hidden resentment. And, you know, the brutally honest truth, like I was saying, is like when you realize that your resentment is based on your lack of ability in the past to place boundaries, all you have to do is place boundaries. But if you don't accept that fact, you're just going to go in this constant loop of like sucking other people's energy and being upset when they tell you that you're sucking their energy, if that makes sense. Like, that is kind of the energy of, you know, like moon in the 7th house or moon in the 4th house. This is also Cancer and Libra energies. So guys, overall, if this is resonating for you, just know that your good qualities are good, and just leave it at that. Like, you don't have to try to convince other people about your nurturing. And I feel like you almost are taking your masculine energy and making it so your feminine energy is forceful, which is not the best way to do it, I feel like, for you. I feel like you need to kind of balance the two equally with these boundaries here, and then maybe from there you can integrate, but you can't like skip that discernment stage, and I feel like that's where you are right now. So group 1, if this resonated for you guys, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts, and of course subscribe to this channel if you want more intuitively channeled messages for you. But I also do deeper readings and extra pick-a-cards on my Patreon, or just check out my Instagram and DM me for a personal reading. But otherwise, I will see you guys in a later video. Peace. Hello group 2, let's get started with your reading. As always, I like to start with the Oracle card for the overall energy for this reading. So we have Go Outside. This I'm sighing because I feel like you might just know this, and hearing this is probably the same kind of thing. You're just like, really, like, go out in nature. But like, honestly guys, that's the brutal truth. Go outside, go refresh yourself, go ground your freaking feet in the sand, in the grass, whatever you got available to you, the mud, I don't even care. Literally ground yourself outside, and you will be surprised at the overall response, I feel like, that you get. Like, energetically, mentally, just like emotionally, physically, like all of it. You will feel so much better. So that is cold and clear for you to know right now. But let's go a little bit deeper. Obviously, that is not all we have to say here. So with your current situation also, I feel like this does have you kind of in a heady space. It does have you kind of needing to use your intuition a little bit. And when you're using your intuition that deeply and that often, you gotta ground yourself, girl or guy. You really need to find a sense of clarity, and a lot of the time that comes when you are not thinking about it, when you're not pursuing the thing that you want to pursue. There's a certain receptivity that is required for you right now, but let me shut up and get into this. So we have the 5th house here, Neptune in Scorpio. Interesting. Yeah, so oh my goodness, I feel like the reason I'm about this is because it somewhat resonates for me, so I'll take this with you guys. But anyways, 5th house Neptune Scorpio energy here is reminding me of like nostalgia in a way. Like, I need to go back and really explore some of the experiences that you had and some of the passions that you had too. I think this is a time that you've been able to reflect on your passions and really understand, I think, the full power that they have. Maybe even your dreams too. This has just been a really like heady time. Like I said, like spirituality has probably really been on your mind lately, and yeah, I just have a sense that you're really focusing on, you know, your inner nature and maybe more intense things that have to be grounded and kind of sorted out before you can really start to pursue things, I think, the way that you want to. But that's kind of Scorpio energy, is having to be a little bit more reserved and hidden for a second before you get your game plan, and then you can successfully attack and pursue, you know, your obstacle or whatever you're pursuing. So just know that right now has a big kind of energy of needing to kind of slow down more than I think you're giving yourself, and to not really feel so offended by that also is what I'm getting. So let's look a little bit more into this. So this is emotionally what might be hidden right now and what we need to know. So the Empress, yep, that's big take care of yourself energy. Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles. Oh boy, yeah. So you guys are going through a big transformation right now. You know, the Scorpio and the Empress energy, to me, like combined, really show that there's some kind of blossoming that's happening within your life. Some really big changes on like an astral realm. just as much as a physical realm, though, because we have the pentacles as well as like two really intuitive energies, as well as like Neptune. Neptune like rules spirituality. So if you guys have been working on your spirituality for some time now, and that has been kind of the passions that you've been exploring, you realize now that this is like something you're really passionate in, you know. I feel like some rewards are going to start to come out of this, but you have to ground yourself. You have to start, you know, living in the physical world as well in order to reap the physical benefits of your spiritual, you know, practice and your spiritual ascension, because you guys are doing the work. You guys have really leaned into this and really, you know, kept that fire burning within you, because 5th house is Leo energy, and Leo is a fixed fire sign. It's all motivation all the time. So this energy can be quite wild, and I feel like I said, you've been kind of pushing yourself to the breaking point at times where your brain is just like, okay, we've done a lot. And even here with this 3 of Pentacles, I mean, the mountain in the back just shows like you've gone through a lot. You've pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and you know, you're starting to see rewards down here, but you have to let yourself come down from that high place, which any you know, like mountain peak or like the top of the head or something like that, or like even these moons right here really symbolize to me like the crown chakra, which is spirituality and whatnot. So you have to remember to come down to get those blessings. And I really like this message, honestly. I think it's a very telltale sign that you're close to whatever kind of goals you were initially trying to reach, because then we have this Ace of Pentacles here. And Ace of Pentacles is a new journey. It's a new start of the suit of Pentacles, which is a new physical manifestation and new physical, you know, journeys and whatnot. So, you know, with this kind of coming up at the end of the reading, I feel like emotionally you're going to be gifted some sort of opportunity, I guess. Well, it's a physical opportunity for sure, but it's also emotional. It also offers you your own power, your own strength, because the High Priestess and the Empress are so, I mean, it's very feminine power in its energy. So, I mean, all of this is it's a very feminine reading. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, you guys really have been pushing your feminine nature in a way that has helped you expand and grow in ways that are like perfect for your destiny, like exactly what you needed to be doing. So honestly, good job, group 2. You guys have really been pushing and just finding your truth, finding your destiny, finding the things that are your hopes and dreams, and realizing that those can be things that you can push towards in ways that I think have previously just not been something you've thought of before. I think you've really like opened up to this side of you that can be a little bit more like primal and a go-getter. And that is, you know, Scorpio is a feminine energy. And I think we forget that sometimes because it is so powerful. But let's not forget with this feminine energy and with its power that it does have to be kind of controlled and understood and, you know, given the right space and the right capacity. And a lot of the time that means going through some trial and error and understanding your situation in different lights. And like I said, like you've been reflecting back on your passions and the things that you've learned in this time. And I think all of the time that takes for you to cultivate that energy is ultimately going to show you a greater perspective, which makes you stand in your power more. So you see how it all kind of like comes together. I really like this energy. I feel like it's a relief, if anything. Like there's some sort of release, opportunity presenting itself very soon, and I feel like this is not something that you really saw coming, honestly. Like it's a good thing, but I feel like you almost think you don't deserve it at times. So let me see more of your truth here. Yeah, 7 of Swords, 6 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Cups, and Page of Cups. That's really interesting because I was just starting to pick up on the feeling of like you're not accepting of this, you know, transformation. Like you almost don't see yourself in the same light as other people do. And I'm seeing like you see yourself as really carrying a lot of burdens. You know, you see all your bad qualities too. Like it's almost like you fear your bad qualities. Like you see that it takes you a second to pick up things and really understand them fully. Like you are almost embarrassed by the journey that you have to take at times, I feel like, is what this energy kind of boils down to. But with this 6 of Wands and the 7 of excuse me, and the Seven of Swords, I feel like you're going to learn to laugh at this. Like, I feel like there's kind of a silly energy here, which is kind of funny because these energies seem to be quite opposite. Like, when you look at them, like, one is victorious and one is kind of sneaky. But with it like this, for some reason, I'm interpreting this as being, like, mischievous, kind of, like, starting to have fun with that side of yourself. Like, you've accepted what I said, like, your primal side, and that is allowing you to kind of incorporate more of your dreams, because that side of you isn't something to be feared. It's actually something that helps you get what you want. But when you start to, like, see that and start to, you know, not be embarrassed by it, but actually kind of see it as, like, a pretty cool quality, I guess, I think that might help you a lot to, like I said, reach your goals. But once again, grounding that energy is super, super important, because we have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups here. So it's almost like a balance of going back and forth, like I said, between, like, fun-loving, immature, like, doesn't really give a fuck, honestly. Like, just really, really, like, surprised, and just allows, like, frivolousness to occur in their environment, whereas Queen of Cups is a little bit more intentional, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more intuitive, knowing, and, you know, just, it works with the energy a little bit more sternly, I would say. Like, there's still a sternness, even though this is a very watery energy, some part of it is, like, held back in a way. It doesn't always give the full expression that it could. And I think that's what you're kind of running into a lot. But, you know, any opportunities that are showing you, like, something to laugh at, maybe just people, like, stealing your ideas, being jealous of you, not really caring about your feelings, or how, you know, just not valuing you, actually, I feel like is the biggest thing. They aren't valuing you the way that you want to be valued, and now you're learning that you can just laugh at that because you value yourself. Like, you see through this connection that you have and through this power that you've, like, stepped into, like, you've earned this, and this duality you've earned as well. You know, you don't need these people to confirm to you that you are great and that you're worthy of it. And the best way to handle this, I would say, is to really entertain the more earthy side of the feminine principle. You know, earth and water are both feminine elements. So we have a lot of water here and a lot of earth as well, but the main overall energy is an earthy energy. So I feel like connecting to nature, to Gaia, to physical reality might help stabilize your emotions a little bit and help you fully connect and utilize them and their power for their fullest potential. So group 2, I hope this message resonated for you guys. If it did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Comment your thoughts below, and of course subscribe if you would like intuitively channeled messages even more. But I also have a Patreon where I do extra pick-a-cards as well as teach metaphysics if you want to check that out, as well as my other social medias, all linked down below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a later video. Peace. Hey group 3, let's get started with your reading about the brutally honest truth about your current situation. So I will get started with the Oracle card first and foremost here. We have Medicine Woman. So before I even honestly pulled this card, I was getting messages saying that if you're a healer, you need to do your healing. You need to prove that this is who you are and stand up for it. Stand in your light, basically. I feel like a lot of you are really drawn to the energy of, like, a medicine woman, which is, like I said, being a healer, being someone who just feels a calling to bring a little bit more light into this world. You know, a light worker, starseed, empath, whatever you identify with. This is the kind of energy of really claiming it and owning it and embodying it, but acting in that light most importantly, because you can say that you're one thing or another, but if you don't act in that alignment, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really stand for much truth. And I'm also getting a little bit of, like, Aquarius energy here and, like, Uranus with the lightning too. And Aquarius, Uranus energy is the rebel. It wants to stand out and stand up for the things that it believes in, almost, you know, to a fault. Like, it will be so fixed in that belief. So it's not even that. It's a good thing for you, though. You need to embody this energy and obviously not take it that far, but really take it in general, because I feel like you may not be owning it. So let's dive in a little more. Sorry, that was, like, really abrupt before I even, like I said, flipped over the cards. So you guys also did get a couple extra cards than the other readings, so you guys, I got some things to say to you. We have Mars energy, though. Sextile, opportunity, Pisces and Pluto. Whoa, okay. Yeah, like I was saying, there is a lot of power here, but if you don't own it, if you don't take the opportunity, I mean, who cares? Because like I said, if you talk the talk, that does not mean you walk the walk, and most people are aware of this, I feel like. And that, I mean, you guys asked for the brutally honest truth, so I'm giving it to you. I apologize if it's a bit harsh, because this one is a little harsh, but we have Pluto as well as Mars here, and these are extremely powerful energies, but they're forceful, they're pushy, they want some growth and expansion. However, Pisces is a little bit more passive. It doesn't always stand up for the things. It can be very fluid and not, I don't know, it can be more receptive and more, like I said, passive than it is actually out there doing the thing. It can be almost like it says here, it says self-pitying, and I don't think it's necessarily self-pity for you guys. I think you guys actually are very aware of your power, but like I said, your ability to act on it is an opportunity that you must take. It's not something that's just given to you by any means. Like, you have to initiate it, but if you're not initiating it, I mean, it like I said, it doesn't really count, is what I keep hearing. It doesn't really like matter as much, and that's kind of cold. I want to dive into this a little bit more, because I'm sorry guys, like I said, this is a little rough, but let's see more of your emotional truth here. So we have the Hierophant in reverse, the Emperor, the Fool. Let me move this over a little bit. The Devil in reverse, as well as the Mother of Pentacles. Yeah, this is still going the same way, guys. I mean, the Hierophant is a very influential character in the major arcana. He's a leader, he or she, I guess. And once again, I noticed the lightning with this. So again, there's like something to do with standing in your power and really like, you know, taking action on these insights. Also, 5 is like really symbolic of change and, you know, communication as well, because 5 is Mercury ruled. So with this being reversed, I mean, there's, like I said, a talking the talk but not walking the walk here. And with this Emperor energy, I feel like there's almost a stubbornness. Like, maybe this isn't what you've always done, but like, who cares is what I'm hearing. Like, your guides are really, really being harsh with you. I mean, like, and I think you're okay with this. I think you're fine with knowing that, like, you can do better, and I think this might actually be empowering for you, because we also have the Fool in reverse, which this is also a very Uranus card. So again, you know, stand up for your beliefs here. Stand up for the light that you were trying to bring into this world. Stand up for the positivity and for the awareness. Not even positivity, you know, I don't even want to say that anymore, because I feel like positivity isn't always what the situation needs, and I think you guys are aware of that. You know, even here with the Devil in reverse, I feel like you guys are aware of that, but can you act on that? Can you tell truth, even if it doesn't feel soft and fuzzy and compassionate? You know, because Pluto and Mars here are very aggressive energies, but, you know, masked by this passive Pisces energy, it almost doesn't allow you to move on from things and like kind of stand your ground in a more stable and confident manner. And I feel like too, with this Mother of Pentacles, that things start to get a little, I don't know, like I said, you start to get a little fixed in your ways, and then you're like, I don't know if I could get out of this energy, because this feels safe, I feel like, you know, because like I said, what I was talking here, like light worker energy, I feel like this has been a big discussion lately. I know specifically on my channel I talk about this. If you over-identify with this positive side of you, or any side of you really, it makes you almost still, like you're frozen, you can't really move, because this is like a deer in headlights here, but it's mother energy. So it's like that feminine energy that's like pulling you back to be more comfortable and to, you know, continue the cycle, which is needed, but isn't always progressive, doesn't always allow you to move on. And the Devil here is, this is Capricorn energy, so this is still more feminine energy, but again here, I mean, it's in reverse, so it's holding you back, I feel like. And that's something that I feel like is a pretty known Capricorn energy. And that's that they don't ever think that they're ready. They don't ever think it's time for them to step up. You know, they're basically sitting on their stool, their high throne or whatever that they've created. And in theory, you know, they're doing the right thing, but I feel like they have to take action. There is definitely a need for action here. But more cards to come, so let's see. We have Queen of Pentacles. Wow, we have Mother of Pentacles too, so that's same energy. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, and 9 of Swords in reverse. You guys have been hurt, so I guess that really explains why you guys are a little afraid to stand your ground. There's a lot of security in this Queen of Pentacles energy, and the fact that you got it twice shows that your feminine energy needs to be more rooted in stability, yet, you know, there is allowance for things to kind of come into fruition and prosper. And that is very feminine principles, but at the same time, like I said, I mean, they can also hold you back. They can also make you fearful that what you're experiencing isn't exactly what you want, what you should be given. Because like with the 7 of Pentacles here, I mean, this energy is pretty happy to see that things are starting to come up, but at the same time, there is like some displeased energy here. Like there's just not enough. There's not the satisfied amount and stuff. So it's like, you know, this energy almost works together to help you yet hinder you. And I think the more that you can kind of own this, you know, the opportunities when they come, which they are coming all the time, you just really have to want them, I feel like, at this point, because they're there. Like, I just feel like you even see them, I feel like, too. Like, you just don't know how to assert yourself. And I feel like that is just probably because you're in a healing stage still. You're still probably letting go of some of these just mindsets and beliefs that, like I said, were hindering you, but also helping you in some areas. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship with your own inner nature that is being balanced here. But nevertheless, I feel like you guys ultimately are going to heal this. I mean, there's no question about the healing, of course, but I feel like with this 3 of Swords, even more so, like the healing is happening now. It's happening through maybe the resistance that you're feeling that is, you know, ultimately showing you your strength, that courage that it takes to push through that resistance and maybe like feel a little discomfort is ultimately what helps you break free. Because, you know, after this is 10, you know, 9, 10, that's the end. And then it restarts. So from there, you can stand more in this Mother of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy that is, you know, aware, yet still allowing things to blossom. As you can see by all of this wildlife in this card, there are plenty of opportunities and abundance around you. You have to have integrity with what you're doing and what you're saying and all that sort of jazz, which I feel like sometimes the Queen of Pentacles may have issues with. You know, she can be very critical in nature at times, but also means well and ultimately really wants fertility and fruition to be the main goal of everything. So if that is truly what you're wanting, you have to kind of own up to the things that are ultimately going to help you transform, which is standing in your power, believing in your truth, and then sharing it openly, confidently, and with a knowing that it's okay that you're doing that and that you're helping more people, even if it's uncomfortable for them at times. So group 3, I hope this message resonated for you guys. Whoop. If it did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts, and of course subscribe if you would like to get more intuitively channeled messages from me. Otherwise, if you guys want extra pick-a-card readings or to learn metaphysics, I have a Patreon account linked down below, or you can opt to get a personal reading, which I do as well. Just DM me on Instagram, link down below as well. So yeah, guys, that is all, and I will see you guys in a later video. Bye for now.